Greetings, Splash here with another vague comic review. And this one is The Unstoppable Doom Patrol by Dennis Culver. It is, well, if you don't know what a Doom Patrol is, it's a bunch of superheroes. Oh, I'll call it that. With weird powers that go through random adventures to help people. Now, the difference is the Doom Patrol consists of, well, a guy whose brain is in a Robot Man, Negative Man, who is wrapped in bandages because his body is radioactive, Elastigirl, who looks normal, she can just grow tall, that's it, and short, and Crazy Jane, who is, well, has a lot of personalities in her brain, and whenever a personality comes out, she changes her appearance and power. Now, this run is apparently, from what the creator of this comic said, is not a reboot, but a continuation of the past stories. Now, I'm not sure how true this is because New 52 happened, and that rebooted a couple of things, including the Brain and Monsieur Mala, that are also in this comic. Now, I don't know if the creator of this comic means that concepts from the previous ones still count, or if they're still part of the past. I doubt it, but I'll take it for what it is. The comic itself is not bad. Basically, the Doom Patrol arrive in Gotham City because of a metahuman that is attacking people. Now, this story takes place after Lazarus Planet. And in that storyline, the Lazarus volcano, I think, erupted, spilling the green resin throughout the entire planet. Now, originally, the Lazarus, just if you dipped your body in it, it made you young again and could make you go a little mentally whacked out, insane. And it could also bring the dead back to life. Now, I'm not sure why it gave people powers, but I think I did not finish the Lazarus Planet, so I apologize that I'm not really as knowledgeable about that comic arc. But I think that magic was mixed with the Lazarus, and okay, I'll take it for what it is. So when it spilled the entire planet, it gave some people powers, took some away, added some. It just did a lot of kooky things. So this is actually pretty perfect for the Doom Patrol. This type of thing is up their field. So they go in and while they're there, people are not happy that they're there. Which, I mean, to be honest, if you park your giant van between two lanes and block everyone off, yeah, they're going to be mad at you. That's my first thought. But apparently the Doom Patrol thinks that they're mad because, well, they're metahumans. Anyway, they arrive at a large building that's getting, well, destroyed from the top, and people fall over. People with costumes and masks fall out of the tall building, fighting what looks like monsters with the color of lotus. I don't know, it's weird. And, well, the people with the ray guns are fighting the monsters. The Doom Patrol step in and trying to figure out what's going on. Then Batman and Robin show up, and this is kind of weird. First off, those people with the masks that were on the top building, you see them getting thrown out the building, but yet they're walking around shooting the lasers just fine on the floor. And I don't think they have superpowers, because the chief, who I think, this chief is Crazy Jane, and it's one of the personalities. And I'm not sure what this chief's power is, except the power is to lead. Okay, but the chief was able to, beat on a number of them, so I don't think they're super strong. So I'm not sure why those masked people survived the fall. Another weird thing is the chief is not happy to see Batman, and I think tries to tell Batman to leave, but the problem is this is Gotham City, so if anything, the chief is kind of invading Batman's turf. Either or, they work together while arguing. That was kind of funny. And the chief tries to get Negative Man to stop the monster. Negative Man tries, and somehow the monster grabs the negative spirit and hurts it. And Negative Man's explanation is the thing is giving off negative vibes. Basically, it's so angry it could touch and hurt the negative spirit, which I don't think is possible. I've never seen it happen before. I mean, there was one comic where the negative man went inside this one bad guy in the 90s, and it hurt the negative, not the negative spirit, but the user and also the bad guy, which I think they didn't make sense either, and it never explained why. But as far as I could tell, the negative spirit is kind of indestructible. I mean, in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, now when it was Negative Woman, she sent the spirit out, and it actually hurt. I am drawing a blank. What is his name? The main baddie for Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Antimatter. The negative spirit was able to hurt the Antimatter, and that guy was made of antimatter, which, if this comic gets to go by, that should have killed the negative spirit. But if anything, it hurt the Antimatter severe pain. So, yeah. Anyway, also, the Doom Patrol has a new person with them called Beast Girl, which kind of looks like a furry girl with a chipmunk tail. I mean, she looks funny. Her power is, I think she can control the, not emotions, but like the primal instincts of a person. So let's say fight or flight, she'll encourage them to run or to fight or something like that. It's kind of vague. So the chief was able to use one of her personalities to peer into the monster fighting and realize this guy is a victim. He went to a company called Mutagen to help him because of his powers. And they experimented and tormented him because, well, they can use powers for money. Which, it's cliche, but okay, I'll take it. And it made him so... It broke him mentally that he's just so angry. He just escaped and was just attacking people. Okay. When Robot Man figures this out, he gets Beast Girl to do something, I guess, to calm down the, I am drawing a blank. The monster slash metahuman they're fighting. I'm gonna say it is, I do not know. Degenerate. That is his name. Okay. Degenerate. So he calms down enough because Robot Man is able to talk to him and tell him that, yeah, things are bad. You look bad, but so do I. I know where you're from, but you can control that and be a better person. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world for you. And I like it. Instead of just fighting the bad guy all the time, he was able to talk him down and actually succeed. And the bad guy listened. I gotta say, same bad guy. The metahuman listens and tells him, okay, but I'm not gonna stop being mean, and I'm gonna call myself Degenerate. And a Robot Man says whatever and leaves. And then Degenerate threatens Beast Girl if she tries to use her power again on him again, even though Robot Man told her to. Anyway. So, yeah, Degenerate goes into the bus with the Doom Patrol, they leave, and that's that. There was another story during this, which I didn't add because it was short, and it took place in between the pages. Monsieur Mala, the gorilla, and the brain, who is in a robot gorilla body, enter a facility to question General Immortus for his immortal serum. And when I think Immortus tells the brain that I guess the brain wants the knowledge of how to make the serum because only General Immortus knows how to do it. He won't give it up. Or I think he said that it won't work anymore. Like it's the material he needs, it doesn't exist. I don't remember. The brain goes to attack him. Monsieur Mala stops him, which kind of surprised me. And then Monsieur Mala beats the brain and actually crushes the little brain and kills him, which kind of shocked me. Now, I imagine a first-time reader will have no idea who the brain is, or who the gorilla is, or why they're fighting, and why the gorilla crushed a brain. Long-time readers like me would go, what in the world is going on here? I thought it was weird the gorilla always followed the brain around, but they've been doing it for so long, I accepted that, okay, they're best friends. And Grant Morrison's run established that they love each other. Okay, fine, it's a comic. And, okay, I guess it's not completely crazy that Monsieur Mala would fight against the Brain did want to recruit General Immortus back to the Brotherhood of Evil, which Immortus had declined. That was why the Brain wanted to kill him. That, and because Immortus, he was not afraid of the Brain. And it turns out Immortus fooled the Brain and managed to convince the gorilla to work for him. And as weird as it is, it caught my attention because, like I said, it threw me off guard. So now I'm actually curious. I've always seen the gorilla with the Brain for so long. Now the gorilla is working for General Immortus? Okay, why? Is there an underhanded tactic? Is it actually a big plan and the gorilla is still actually working with the Brain? He's just working undercover with General Immortus so he can get what he need? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. If not, hey, it got me curious. And also, again, with the Doom Patrol, they're trying to help the metahuman. And like I said, it was unexpected that the person they were fighting is going to join them. But again, it's not a bad idea. I'm curious. What happens if a superhero team who faces people who go crazy manage to convince them to help other people who also need help? And Degenerate was also on the front cover, which I completely forgotten. So when I reread the comic again, I thought I saw him on the cover and thought, oh yeah, I guess he joins the Doom Patrol. That's interesting. And that's always been a thing. Every time the team crops back up, there's always a couple of new characters that join the team, and they don't stick around for long. They're either killed off or move on. And in the long run, Degenerate will probably either be killed off or leave the group and do his own thing. But I'm curious to see what happens. And again, I'm wondering, okay, well, what happens if the Doom Patrol do meet metahumans who don't want to be cured, who actually like to have these powers, who want to hurt people, and are actually hurting regular people? Because Chief's whole thing is, she cares about the metahumans, but she thinks that the people will just shun them aside and treat them as bad guys. Well, what happens if... Well, there have been metahumans who were bad guys hurting people in the past. That's always been a thing. Now that there's more of them, I'm curious if the Chief... I imagine they're going to try to help regular people too. They've already done that in this comic. That's just me pointing out the hard questions because that's what I do. But in general, it's not a bad start to a comic, I'll admit. What's his name? Dennis? Yeah, Dennis, he's got me curious about this comic. He said it would only run for 6 issues, and if it does good enough, it'll run another 6 issues. So, yeah. Rethinking about it while talking about this, I think I'm going to stick with this, and I hope it succeeds. I really do. And, yeah, if you've read the comic, I suggest trying it out, see if you like it. If not, hey, that's fine too. Thank you for listening.